Hello and welcome to this video. And this is a CD that I picked up in a charity shop, and I've never seen it before. It's the Rolling Stones. And this is called Flashpoint. It's called Flashpoint. And I got it for £2.50. There we go, £2.50. I like the red CD, and here it says it contains 2 bonus tracks, but I've never seen this one. It's Rolling Stones Flashpoint. Okay, so I've just flicked it over, and here we are. It says 4681352, and then it has the Rolling Stones logo. Rolling Stones Flashpoint. I think perhaps this writing here looks a bit Japanese to me. I think this was recorded, it says here recorded live in 1989, part of the Steel Wheels tour and the Urban Jungle World Tour. And that was 1989 and 1990. So going into a new decade, and here we are in 2024, and the Rolling Stones are currently, with Mick Jagger at 75 years of age and Keith Richards about the same age as Mick, currently on a world tour in 2024. They've just done America, haven't they? But we're going back to 1989 and 90, because the Stones are just decades and decades. The band started in 1962, and here they are, still going strong in 2024. Can you believe it? How many years is that? 60 years of touring the Stones. Anyway, let's have a look at these track listing on this Flashpoint with the 4681352 and the Rolling Stones logo, and this looks like Japanese writing to me. So track 1, Continental Drift. I don't quite know what that is. And then it goes into the 1981 big hit, Start Me Up. Sad, Sad, Sad. Is that from Steel Wheels? Might be. Or is it from Tattoo You? I'm not quite sure. Miss You. 70s song, Rock and a Hard Place. That was probably from Steel Wheels, wasn't it? Then they go back into the 60s, singing Ruby Tuesday. You Can't Always Get What You Want. Right at the end of the 60s. And then Factory Girl. That's a very interesting track, isn't it? 8. I love that song, Factory Girl. I've heard of it. Yeah. It's interesting that Stones have got so much repertoire. They can dig into these gems of a track. Factory Girl is a great track. 9, Can't Be Seen. I'm not familiar with that one. Then they go back into the 60s with Little Red Rooster. Paint It Black, 60s. The end of the 60s, Sympathy for the Devil, Brown Sugar. End of the 60s here, Jumping Jack Flash. Back into the 60s, Satisfaction. And it says on the front of the CD, do you remember here that it contains 2 bonus tracks? Because after Satisfaction, it's got High Wire and Sex Drive. I don't know those tracks. They look like the 2 bonus tracks they were talking about at the front of the album. So here it is. I've just opened it up a bit. The CD is kind of come a bit loose. you get these silly things here. Once these go, you just can't put them back on. Whoever invented these plastic CDs just needs their head testing. I just like the ones they got now. They got them the paper ones. The latest ones are paper, and you just slot the CD in. But these, once they go, you can't get the CD back in. It's just rubbish. But the paper ones are miles better. You just slot them in. So here we are. We're reviewing this album, Flashpoint, by the Stones. Never heard of it before. I thought £2.50. I'll have that. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's have a look at this booklet. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there's all the tracks there. And photograph there. Flick it over, and this is 1989, 90, 1990. Keith looks pretty good there, doesn't he? Yeah. He's going to outlive us all, Keith, isn't he? You know, here we are. I'm younger than Keith, but I think he's going to outlive me. He's going to outlive us all, Keith. He really is. That was one of my subscribers said that. I thought it was funny that Keith would probably outlive us all. But he looks quite good there, and that was 1990. In fact, he looks better there than Mick, because Mick usually looks better than Keith. This is 1989, 1990, and Keith looks better than him. And Mick usually looks better than Keith. So I turned it over. There's Ronnie. That looks like Eric Clapton, doesn't it? Special guest, Eric Clapton. I think that's Eric, isn't it? With Mick Jagger there. Mick's on the harmonica. Keith's in the background there. There's the late Charlie Watts and Keith there, and Ronnie with a cigarette in his mouth. He doesn't smoke anymore, does he? But he did do back then in '89. Keith smoked back then. They used to chain smoke, didn't they, when they was playing? I've seen the Stones live a couple of times. And they used to chain smoke, but I'm pretty sure that's Eric, isn't it? And there's Ronnie there. Okay, just flicked it over. And we got, I think it's Japan. This is on the Japanese. We saw that Japanese writing, didn't we? Just flicked it over. A nice picture of Charlie Watts, who said 35 years of waiting, hanging around, and 5 years of playing. A bit boring, really. Well, it's okay, Charlie. You got to be able to play the drums, and you had talent, so it's okay for you to say that because you got the talent. That's Bill Wyman, isn't it? Yeah, you got to laugh at Charlie, haven't you? All them years hanging about, he said. Looked like it was raining during the concert. The rain there, Mick. Well, Keith has got a cigarette in his mouth on that one. So let's just flick it again. It's nice pictures in this booklet, isn't it? So there it is. That's the end of the concert. And looked like Eric gone. But that definitely was Eric Clapton, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? If it was, drop it in the comments. Let me know if it was Eric. And that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This has been Julian, and I've been reviewing this album that I picked up for £2.50. It's the Rolling Stones on their world tour in 1989. Flashpoint, part of their Steel Wheels tour and Urban Jungle tour. Actually, that's a good album, that Steel Wheels. Have any of you got it? I need to get it because I haven't got it. So that's the end of the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here. Until the next time I have another video, take care.